is the coaches, players, dressing room, a lot of issues and injury problems from defenders, left position, and out of the center of defense. All of those things were actually challenging to the club. So we could have done more, but with those challenges, we didn't come up prevailing. So I think winning the FA Cup, it also plays on a good position. But actually, that where we was rather at the time, it was also a lesson because we play a lot. We were too conservative, conceding so many goals, all the kind of stuff and things. It didn't match our class, as a elite club. But at least we did much. At least winning the FA Cup, we're going to play the Europa Champions League.
Okay, so yes, we move forward to Arsenal. Arsenal too. We saw Liverpool hugely competing for the championship, but at the dial meaning we saw Liverpool the slip also the miss of the championship, securing a Champions League spot and now winning any trophy throughout the league season. What's your overall view of your team's performance last season and taking into consideration the position you finished on the league table?
So, Eric, let me say, I think it is important if we try to analyze Liverpool's performance the season previously, we will be able to understand that Liverpool basically, like you said, slipped along the way. But then to correct you, we won the Carabao Cup against your dear Chelsea. And that particular game, we used our second team to win Chelsea. So on the overall performance, I think they did well. To be frank, because Liverpool is a team that is not really active every transfer window. I think that has become a phenomenon. Now, if you look at our transfer activities last season, we signed about three midfielders. We were trying to rebuild our midfield. So, in respect to that, those midfielders basically were adapting to the Premier League and to Liverpool's style of playing. And thankfully, we were able to have won a trophy, which I think was a great step. And I think Liverpool, even though we slipped up on us winning the EPL license, but then we did well, and there is a hope for the future.
Okay, so there you have it. Introductory remarks regarding their respective views on the just ended English Premier League season. We have Michael Cummings. He talked about Arsenal, his team performance last season on the overall. He said they had an excellent performance despite missing all in the championship. But I think finishing second was welcoming. You had Jared, you said on the overall Manchester United as an elite club despite the performance was not satisfactory, but I think finishing as winner of the FA Cup, securing the Europa League space, I think that was excellent. And we also listened to Ashley George about Liverpool. You talk about his team, you talk about the style of play, you talk about their involvement in the transfer window, and also yes, finishing in such a position went on winning the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. So we now move on with the competition. I thought we want to move to the transfer window. We saw Arsenal couple of signings of players. I might not be able to name all of them here. Joshua Zingiri and Nora just lately or last night, nearing the deadline of the transfer window, instead in a couple of other players Arsenal signed for the new league season. So, what do you make of your club involvement in the transfer window? Those players signed by Arsenal, and how do you think they are going to be a help to the team this season?
So again, within the transfer market, I think Arsenal have done extremely well in terms of the caliber of players that they have brought to the team. If you look at our team, it has to do with the depth of the squad, where we have been uh, and then also we added Rami Sterling with that of Obi too, because Rami Sterling have the side. A lot of players are left Arsenal to like he was about. But the team is in a good shape, to be honest. It's in good shape. All of them. bring in, have people who experience people that are very performing mentally in previous club that the European setting. Yeah, good. What I think Ateta is doing is having a backup plan as to what that when you take up another player from the field and you put another person just has the person that's pitch. That's what I think he's doing. But I have a problem is the issue of distracting people. Yes, he said he's going to play with the people that he has in that case, but I really don't know what he means because the football team has to have somebody that punches the ball in the goal. But yeah, playing Kai Havertz and he has to give up Jesus muscles. The question is a coach. So we drive according to what we see.
So, do you think the club involvement in the partner from the players, or you think they miss all signing something because they think you are going?
But no, it was very, very satisfying.
Okay,
Very, very satisfying.
all right. So, yes, Jared, your club Manchester United. I think Joshua Zigiri, yeah, you signed Joshua Zigiri lately. One of yesterday, I followed the transfer window. He's a very young and promising player, and a couple of other players your club signed with the transfer window. Do you think those signings are enough to ensure that your club this season, Manchester United, can turn things around, can compete for the league championship, even go on war competing in the Europa competition?
Yeah. First of all, we have recent signings for the season. I think they're all good. Mayu has is still facing challenges in the midfield. Since Eric Ten came to the team, I think he has improved in building a better back four. But he has only been successful in center defense. So if we can get Dilek from a Bayern Munich, Matsuri from Bayern Munich left back position, I think we've done well in that space. And then getting Ukraine to Ukraine International from PSG, that's a good signing too. So Saiti, Saiti from Bologna, he's done extremely well. He's a prolific player. But Man you need a more prolific striker on the post. And we if we will have to give this young player Rasper Hoodland going through a rehabilitation now. So if we want to give him time, I think we still need to come in and give him a return when we can put the best striker. Of which we have tried to get tuning the best up on him. He's going to study now. So we still look hopeful in strengthening our striker position. But for midfield, yes, of course.
So yes, I say Liverpool. We are not much of signing the transfer window. I think one of the signings I'm familiar with is Rodrigo Chiesa from Juventus of recently added him to the squad. But how do you look at the overall involvement of the club in the transfer window and with the current squad going into or already into the new?
So, thank you, Eric, for that question. I believe the board of Liverpool is as well not basically satisfied with the activities so far in the transfer window. Why do I say such? If you look at the attempts we've made in terms of us signing players, you understand that the likes of Zubimendi from Real Sociedad, we convinced him to have signed for Liverpool. Unfortunately, he didn't. And if you look at Liverpool squad, we do not have that traditional defensive midfielder, and that is what we've been lacking for about 2 seasons now since the lack of Fabinho left Liverpool. We haven't been able to have that traditional defensive midfielder that can be able to combat, uh, attacking opponents or attacking midfielders in the EPL. I think that is where Liverpool has fallen short because we have Endo. But in my own view, I do not believe that Endo can, you know, commensurate with the level of pace in the Premier League and the high intensity the Premier League has. So one of the places Liverpool has fallen short as well is in terms of defense. We have Joe Gomez, we have Virgil van Dijk, we have Jaria Quansah, and then we have Konate. And if you look at Liverpool central defense, Konate is one of the injury-prone defenders in Liverpool's central defense. Last season, a couple of times he went under injury, and it actually cost a lot. So I believe Liverpool could have, or should have looked in one of these local leagues, to ensure that they sign a very competent and well quality defense central defender to be able to fill in such a gap. Because if you look at the current formation of the new Champions League, it shows that you have to play more games, and then the English Premier League has other competitions as well, the likes of the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and the Premier League. So then there are series of players you have to have. You have to have a squad depth that will be able to contain the amount of games you'll be able to play. So I think in these two cases, the defensive midfield and that of Liverpool signing a central defender, I think they're where they have fallen short.
Okay, so yeah, you had it, the club's involvement in the transfer window. You had Ase, you had Garrett, and of course Michael Kimmich. They were talking about a couple of players signed and how they are going to be affected the respective clubs for the new league season. So going forward, we want to talk about the new league season. They start off, yeah, the clubs they are playing 2 games each. So Michael, Arsenal 2 games, first 2 games in the English Premier League, and we are entering round three. And going forward, looking at the English league season, what's the prospect of your team going forward, judging from the first 2 games you have already played?
Oh, it's good. 2 games, 1 or 2 is a very good performance. It tells on consistency in terms of winning your game and how you go about meeting the league. So the thing is, start having some hitches along the way. They hamper the team. They hamper the team. They hamper the team in a way that the team will have that momentum being forward. So going to Wolf, winning 2-0 and coming to what the name? The last game we played, we was 2-0. Of course, it was hard. It was a good game. Last season, as again, it was a typical situation. It was, in fact, that is the game that got us to the Premier League. So that got us to the Premier League. So, in fact, I never felt more joy in any of Arsenal game. I think that victory
Over Arsenal,
that victory was something that I carry a trophy, to be honest. So I was kind of very happy. I was very happy that Arsenal had it. In fact, it even went down that spot because Arsenal was the very first team to defeat in the 2020, in the 2024-2025 season. So it was good.
all right, so because you have played, like you said, Wolf and Aston Villa, and not any of the favorites for the Premier League, so far, the likes of Manchester United, the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, and of course, yeah, other teams that are competing at the top level. That you think with the defeat over Fulham, Wolves, and that of Aston Villa, you think your squad is fit enough to compete against a squad that team like Manchester City, Manchester United, and that of Liverpool?
Yeah, my squad is very fit enough to compete against the teams you just named, but I have a little fear, and my fear has to do with somewhere around Liverpool. The reason I say this is because Liverpool is a team that is very, very sharp, very, very sharp. They have a very, very fast attack. That once you cannot hit the attack, it becomes a problem. But over the years, just no disrespect, just City and United along with Chelsea. I know they have no but Liverpool has been very, very tough. to be honest. So with that, I still want to believe that the consistency is there. And trust me, I can to do what we can do.
Okay, so RP, you look at the two games so far, struggle against to win, and of course, on to the second game. What's your overall impression of the first two games? How do you see the start of Manchester United the first two games already in the English Premier League?
Yeah, to be cool. Especially now, I've always winning game comfortably. Since we're going to over. But no precise on my games. I think now you still need to do more. The team needs to run. The team can run, and they are not people in their very compartment. They need to improve, be more prolific. Yeah, you see, team like Manchester United. I mean, how can you get a goal against Fulham when they can't? Relatively, you got to bring a player in. I mean, we've done nothing yet, so we need to do more. The team need to wake up. The chemistry is not yet there. So the signs are all good, but the composure, getting the team to where they should be yet to be generated.
So, do you think Ten Hag is missing on something specifically, maybe with the pairing of the players?
I think it should be because we got a lot of players in positions that they should serve. Like we are not getting a gist of missing Marcel Bruno to Manchester United because we want to use Bruno Fernandes all of the time and even use Messi Bruno Fernandes. Messi Bruno plays same football, but you can get the both of them on the pitch at the same time. And secondly, he let go players that was ready for competition. The CS was so high. I still can remember that Manchester United would let Scott McTominay leave the team forever. That was the worst sort of man. Yes, Manchester United done to let Scott McTominay leave the team. Like it doesn't make sense.
But sometimes the coaches see beyond what you and myself just see on the surface. Probably you think.
But you see your own player, I mean, he's ready now to face everything. And, I mean, Scott McTominay has a very good record for the past 2 seasons at Manchester United. He revived us so low. I mean, he made us a bar to a point that he struggled. Mega signs could not do. And he's a more balanced player. He's as well. So if you allow Scott McTominay to leave Manchester United, and Casemiro is way more beyond heaven now. He can run it. So who you gonna have there? I agree. Mino is young. Mino can do that man that compared. Scott McTominay is a fighter, and you're allowing to leave. So I still see difficulties in the defensively.
Okay. All right. So I say yes, Liverpool 2 games so far. Yes. And how do you see the start of Liverpool and going forward? What do you think? Can the team compete?
Yes, indeed. Liverpool over the years, Liverpool has been a very competitive team within England. You cannot name 2, 3 teams in the EPL or in England in its entirety without mentioning Liverpool as one of the competitors of major trophies in England or even in Europe as a continent. So I believe that with the 2 games played so far, I believe that there is a hope. But then I do not want to place Andy Slot, Liverpool's new coach, on the pedestal because he is the new coach. He met a team already in its formative stage. He only signed a single player and he brought a new formation. So it requires that the players should be able to adapt to his systematic play. If you look at the past 2 games we played in the EPL recently, our formation has changed. During the previous coach era, Jurgen Klopp, we used to play 4-3-3. But currently, Liverpool is playing 4-2-3-1. So the players have got to adapt. And Liverpool is not currently playing that kind of running football as you may. We basically these days play that passing style. If you look at the previous game or if you watched the previous game, you will understand that Liverpool had 92% possession of the ball in its entirety, and we completed 92% passes in that entire game. So it is quite different from Jurgen Klopp's, tenure, where in Liverpool we give the ball to Trent, Trent to Salah, Salah cross it or Salah run and score. But currently you have to play the ball from the goalkeeper to Van Dijk, from Van Dijk the defensive midfield, you can give it to Sobosla, who's currently playing the 10, to be able to look for either Salah or Diaz or Jota or Nunes. So then there is a whole new style of play, and I believe that the players will have to adopt to this new style of play. However, Liverpool is still going to compete for major trophies in this current season.
So, but with the new style of play you talk about, and traditionally we know Liverpool, like you talk about the club system. He played with previously with Liverpool that have been a traditional system of Liverpool and now trying to adapt to another system. Do you think it is suitable for the club to transition at this point?
Yeah, so no disrespect to Klopp, right? Klopp was a coach. He believed that the 4-3-3 would have gotten us the result, and that was the style of play he believed in at the time. So Arne Slot is a new coach. He has come with fresh ideas. He has come with new intentions for the team. So I believe that this new style of play will yield us a positive result. So we look forward to Liverpool playing at Manchester United on tomorrow as to whether that particular style of play will be able to surpass. And if it does, then we can have much more confidence like we have currently within the 4-2-3-1 formation Liverpool is currently playing with.
Okay, so back again to Michael. Michael, Arsenal will have to play a couple of big games in the Premier League, and those are the games most often that decide the title of the championship of the English Premier League. They're going against the legs of Man City, the legs of Liverpool, or Manchester United. Of course, sometimes Chelsea used to compete. Of course, they are struggling now with form. You have the legs of Tottenham. You have already crossed Aston Villa. What's your expected outcome from those big games, taking into consideration that your major rivals?
So, like I said, Arsenal have been doing very well when it comes to big games, right? When it comes to big games, Arsenal have been doing extremely well when it comes to big games. Whereas you have the problem is, for example, where you have maybe West Ham, Everton, to not Tottenham, but something that you have these three games to win a trophy. It's where we're having problems. Our problem is not with the bigger teams. It's not with the bigger teams. Sorry, our problem is the team we call the team that is
I will say on the door.
no, not in a big table. Yeah, these are teams that always maintain their status in the league. West Ham, Everton, you know, it's a problem. It's a problem when it comes to them. So the thing is, they have to strategize. They have to know very well that at this particular time, at the particular time of the season, this is where we can break down, and this is where we need to pick up from when it comes to that. So as I speak currently, we are in our third inning. We are up 1-0. So it tells you that we are ready. Brighton is not an easy team. Brighton just won 2 points against Manchester United a few days ago.
Why are you looking at Jared?
So that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So it tells you where we are going. The fact that Arsenal will be taking 3 points from Brighton. It's not an easy thing. Leading Brighton 1-0 in like 41 minutes now. It's not an easy thing. Manchester United, Manchester United. It's not something that you can just do. It's not something that you can just do. All right. Listen, I'll play any team in the Premier League, and I would not have worried. Except Manchester United. It's not an easy thing to do. So if Brighton can beat Manchester United, it tells you that the English is going to a different route. It's going to a place where you cannot overlook anybody. It's going to a place where everybody is putting in to get everything. So you find bigger clubs in Europe right now. They are going to the Brighton. They are going to smaller teams to get players to bring them into the squad. So it tells you, hey, don't want to get anything in the Premier League. Yeah.
All right, so Jared, so expected outcome of those big games in England, specifically the major rivals, the likes of Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, other teams that are competing on the championship level. Most importantly, when you have a major test tomorrow against Liverpool.
Yeah, to be honest, the world expected me to come out somehow scary. Well, of recent, National and Liverpool have been a more traditional team than the Chelsea have been at any time. Liverpool found it difficult in winning me now. Yeah, our last two meetings from the Premier League and that of the FA Cup, like you saw what I did, I had to eliminate them from the FA Cup, and that chemistry in attack is still there. I still have Garnacho in good position. I still have Anthony is there. I still have the Ivorian international Ahmad Diallo is there. So with that game on tomorrow, actually, though you can't rate or unrate team for one game, but with Liverpool, I will actually put menu whether I will help them or not from that game tomorrow because I have everyone is available now. Our new signing will be in that game will play. Yeah, so that just proves that menu will be prepared to compete for the season or not. So that's a very big.
So you are sure of victory tomorrow over Liverpool?
Now we're winning it, but I see a more competitive game.
Okay, that's all. So I say yes. Tomorrow, yes, Liverpool against Manchester United, and after Manchester United, we have a couple of big games ahead with major rivals or competitors for the Premier League title. What's your expected outcome from those games?
So let me start from bottom to top with other rivals like Tottenham Hotspurs, Chelsea, and that of Arsenal. Liverpool as a team currently with our squad, I believe that like we've done in previous years, we can be able to perform beyond all reasonable doubt again to compete against those teams. The likes of Tottenham is not even on the list because Liverpool can defeat Tottenham Hotspurs anytime she wants. And that of Manchester City, you know the record between Liverpool and Manchester City. It is usually competitive. It is a competitive game always, but in most of the cases, Liverpool usually emerge as victors of those matches. But then Chelsea, I believe that Chelsea will be a very surprise competitive game where we to play Chelsea because I'm not a Chelsea fan. Everyone knows that, but then I have an optimistic view of the Chelsea team. I watched their two games previously. I watched how the team played, and I believe that going forward in this new season, Chelsea will be more compact and they will be able to put up a surprise. Uh, this is an unpopular opinion, but then Chelsea will be able to put up a surprise. As per our match against Manchester United tomorrow, Manchester United is a team that is lacking compatibility. Manchester United is a team that lack that systematic outdoor style. And if you want to argue that, yes, you can, but then Liverpool will win Manchester United tomorrow. Not less than 3 goals.
Wow.
No, Eric,
Also,
this may seem unreasonable. Listen to me.
yeah,
Eric, please listen.
make me laugh.
Yes, he has to laugh because he feels that that place is Old Trafford and we cannot turn Old Trafford upside down. But the Old Trafford is where they assume to be the theater of dreams. But then for them, we'll make Old Trafford the theater of dreams. So, to be very frank on a very serious note, right? I believe that tomorrow Liverpool will put up a fine performance. In the first 15 to 20 minutes, Manchester United as a team will want to prove a point. They will play very well. But then with Liverpool, the current style of play, the kind of zest and enthusiasm our players have currently, I believe that we will walk over Manchester United because Eric Ten Hag uh, has lost his focus. I just want to believe that. I mean, offering players that have been able to impact the team, players that have been very much instrumental to the team. You offloading them and you keep it fringe players from Manchester United, the like Casemiro. If I were Casemiro, I would have been in the oil league by this time looking for money. But you still have Casemiro playing as your main defensive midfielder. It shows, a lack of preparedness for Manchester United as a team. Liverpool will be able to beat Manchester United tomorrow. Not less than 3 goals, I re-emphasize.
But Manchester United just lost to Brighton
Mhm.
of recent, and of course they would like to come back from that defeat. So don't you see it going to be much competitive? And you talk about Casemiro taking into consideration his level of experience, the level of Real Madrid playing at that level, and coming to Manchester United. Disregarding the age, yes,
Yeah, if you're talking about Casemiro's experience, I believe that he should have used his experience against Brighton. If that is the case, because Casemiro did play against Brighton, and you saw his performance as well. He was highly criticized for the way he played. I followed most of the pundits' views as well, and I share similar sentiment. Casemiro should not be playing in Manchester United's midfield. Thing for Manchester United to lose to Liverpool at home. We've done it before and we can do it again. We have the squad to do it once more. This season, Liverpool is competing to have more clean sheets. And if you look at our 2 previous games, we have not conceded any goal. I believe that tomorrow we'll not concede any goal in Manchester United.
okay, yes, nothing to listen to. I think he just entered. Jared is not. I think Jared, you want to come in, you have
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to tell you.
yeah, yeah.
It's somehow hilarious. To be honest, right? You can't tell me that our last 2 games last season is fresh in our memory, and who won in terms of winning, like who progressed, who have profits, who got something or nothing. Manchester United, not Liverpool. Like you just can't get Man U now. Even Manchester City can get Man U now. I tell you, you can win Man U over Wembley now.
So no.
Ask the Rouse. Ask the Rouse.
Well,
Oh yeah, ask the Rouse. I see it. I see Manchester United play as like Arsenal chemistry is unmatched. Like Man City, let me tell you the difference now. Arsenal had emerged beyond in time. Manchester City have had that and they feel more relaxed. They ain't lost anything. So they are bid reducing. Arsenal is going for it. What I found at Arsenal is that the level to let's say persistency at the time. Like they just lost it. They lost it lately. But if Arsenal had been some good team who just keep it all over, Arsenal will be Premier League champion for the past 2 seasons. It was clear. Yeah. But for Man City can get me now. Liverpool can just get me now. Now possible. Yeah.
okay, so yeah, no, you are listening to your favorite Sports magazine program, Focus Sports Insight, live on Focus FM 89.5 and Focus Online TV. We are here, and of course, we have in our studio 3 every day discussing, representing Arsenal, Manchester United, and of course, Liverpool. I guess you've been following the program if you want to participate on the program. The number to call is 0776 68 3297. If you are following the program, you want to participate, 0776 3297. You can also call that number via WhatsApp to participate in the program. And for those of you following the program live online, if you have any query or concern, if you want to contribute, you can leave your comment. You can leave your comment in the comment section. We're going to read out how to our guests to respond to you. So again, I'll read the number up, 0776 683297. Premier League special with Michael Cummings, Darren Langley, and of course, as they are here representing Arsenal, Manchester United, and of course, Liverpool. So, just a bit, we want to roll quickly into the Europa and UEFA Champions League draw. Michael, what's your overall view of the new UEFA Champions League format? How do you see Arsenal potential opponents?
It's kind of big, healthy, all right, and it's healthy. I really didn't understand the draw, to be honest. I really didn't understand the draw because the thing is, Arsenal playing Inter Milan, and then there's another opponent from the British end that will also be playing Inter Milan. I don't know how true it is, but to be honest with you, I think a lot of challenge to one of the clubs in the Champions League because here's the thing: the normal games that you used to go, you are going to play like my colleague said, you are going to play all games. It's going to give most especially the English team a tough time. The reason it's going to give a tough time is because if you look at the English league, there are more games in the English league than to that of the other leagues compared to the Premier League. So if you look at the English league, you have the Carabao Cup, you have the FA Cup, you also have the English league. But then going to Champions League to play close to 10, 15 games is a tough time. I don't understand. So because they have to play that league, have a good look at it and see how best or how best the Champions League don't go. But to be honest with you, I still don't understand.
Okay, so Jara, you too. There was over you with the new UEFA Champions League format and that Europa. Those benches that we have to play in Europa, but I think we both heard the same thing.
Yeah.
So what's your overall impression about the new format? And how do you see Manchester United?
My my potential opponents are all competitive teams in their positions. Either is a good team, prison. Uh, I think I got like 8 to 10 I'll be playing, and they are all good teams. But like my colleague regularly said, there games will be so many. Yeah, I think I've understood from the point where managers have been doing most signings because you need like 3 players in a particular position.
Sure.
Because looking at the number of games, the games are many, and one unfortunately for you, if you're injury free team or you can't give you free players, you're gonna suffer more. So like the main player is if if Manchester United want to progress, if Manchester United want to progress in the Europa, they need to improve in their midfield, and in their defense. Yeah. The reason being is when you we have had our milestone aging players for a long time. Like Casemiro should be with me now. To be honest, I, I like him as a player, but he should come up from the bench. And the way we have given like everything can rest or bring in lately. I think he should have the magnetic like to wear the game before he plays. It was some games that be practice for him, like maybe the Carabao Cup and thing, come on warm up and thing. But now the Premier League has so much intensity that you just can't withstand it. Casemiro is all winner. So on the overall, for me to survive that, you get to be more proactive. Yeah,
Okay,
you get your lads.
all right. So
I don't
I
know.
say
Yes.
yes to you. It's over to you. Yeah, how do you see the new Champions League format and what your thought on Liverpool prospective opponents?
Yeah, so I think in every endeavor in life, you must have to have transformation and you must have to have alteration of ideas in policies and laws. And I believe that is what the president of UEFA has done. He has transformed the league and he has full he has fueled much more competitiveness amongst all of the teams that will be participating in the Champions League this season. And if you look at Liverpool as a team, I'm not projecting Liverpool to be potential Champions League winners unless Liverpool plays the final. But then Liverpool will have to compete against the likes of Real Madrid, Leverkusen, RB Leipzig, AC Milan, PSG, Girona, and 8 teams. Uh, just in a group stage. I think they, like everyone have shared similar view. The teams that are in England, those that will be participating in the Champions League, they will play more games. And players they are humans, and then they can suffer from fatigue. So it has a trickle-down effect on the level of performance of the players in the Champions League. However, as a Liverpool supporter, I'm so very much optimistic that as we've been doing in the past, in previous years, 2019, 2025, we can still pull up a surprise in the Champions League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is our conversation here. Full crack up at 9.5. Program is posted inside for those of you listening to us live. The numbers to call and participate in the program is 0776 68 32 97 0776 68 32 97. You can call to participate on the program. You can also call that number via WhatsApp if you are in the diaspora. Or also, you can leave your comment in the comment section and we're going to read it all live for you. Yes, we are gradually winding down the practice on this edition of our program. So we will go back to our guests, see whether we can have one more round of questions. And I think we can move over to the party comments where we're going to take their respective predictions for the winners of the Champions League, I mean the English Premier League at the end of the league season. All right, so we go over to Michael Cummings. Yes, Michael Cummings. As part of the discussion, yes, we've been talking about Arsenal involvement in the Champions League, and we what are they? You have like 38 games to play in the English Premier League, having 8 games just for UEFA Champions League group stage. We're talking about progressing to the next round, and you have a English FA Cup. You talk about the Carabao Cup, and the team going to compete for all of those games. So, do you think your team will have a particular priority in terms of maybe prioritizing the Champions League for the English Premier League, or having a fixed target, or you want to compete generally for one of the competitions you are participating in?
So thank you, Eric. But if I just want to ask a question. Why do you think we are bringing all of those players we are bringing? Is because we are making everything our priority. So if you look at Arsenal team right now, we have three. We have Lego Zinchenko, we have we have Tomiyasu. So it's not an easy thing. It just tells me that, in fact, if you go to the number two, we have Jordan Timber. We also have Ben White playing number two. It just tells you that we are gearing up for everything. We are gearing up for everything. Few minutes ago, in fact, few hours ago, we brought Sterling. Does not have like Trossard, Martinelli, and what's his name? Saka. So the addition of Sterling, the addition of Sterling to that it tells you that we are doing things for backup. It's not easy. So it's gonna be more games, and we need to prepare for everything. That's the reason why we are preparing.
So, Jared, yes, do you have a top priority agenda for any of the competitions, or you want to compete for everything?
I can't compete for everything. I think I want to play Champions League next season. Yeah, I'm gonna play Champions League next season and maybe win anything. Maybe
So,
every cup have been my rule now. You see myself every cup final. But I want to play Champions League next season. Because most of the players that have come to Manchester United for the competition, all of those competitions were in that clause. Like called by the team for the Champions League. They made you want to go back to where they used to.
okay.
Yeah, Champions League.
So, I say you compete for everything. You have a priority agenda.
Yes, Eric, it's obvious that Liverpool as a team, given the vast history we have and given the mindset, the supporters of Liverpool, have that, ambitious spirit. I believe that we basically going to compete for every tournament or every trophy within England, whether in England or in Europe. will put up a big performance in those competitions. But then I believe Liverpool has a priority, tournament or a competition that is the Premier League. If you look at the English Premier League and you do your own uh, individual and candid analysis, you will understand that there are three teams that will be competing for the.
All right, Ashley, let's go you there. I think we have a talk quickly. We'll see how we can squeeze this call. Yes, good afternoon. Yes. Yes, you're a bit low. Can you come in? Are you getting?
No.
Yeah, you are much better now. Come in.
So, as my name is Joe Tito Jr.
Yes.
I joined from the Royal Capital Minded of Manchester City.
Okay, I guess you've been following the conversation before to win. Okay, go ahead and make your point.
I'm sending you to your respective CPS and the very good friend as a coach. But it's not unfortunate and disappointing that the head of the ministry currently Manchester City was not impacted on this show. Currently, we are the various photos, various studio. So we want to be there to represent our team to provide those necessary information concerning our team as well.
Yes, I apologize for that because we tried reaching out, but we couldn't reach out to a fan of Manchester City. It was intentional, actually.
Yeah, because currently we are the confounder to take before that simple. That is something added in and others came to that. Because people are very sure. Particularly as you know, he keep up for 2 seasons now. Because to manage it, it's easy for Liverpool. I don't know to them because they took to be going out bad. And of course, maybe they are there to make money in the share points, the other thing.
Yeah, but the guys are saying they want to put an end to Manchester City's dominance in the English Premier League this time around.
So Eric, I think they must be joking if they would say such a thing because if you look at how two games just played, you can see that outstanding in a section of performance that we have displayed over the period. Yeah, and I can tell you something. Then I don't know how to stand. And then I remember the entire chance to go, we want to get this league. So I think Eric will be cool that next time we can fight, so also can provide us as an innovation for Manchester City. So we are going to get this is for Arsenal. For almost being our gatekeeper, always managing for us, and then at the end we'll come and kick it. So we thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We'll find out to see how we can have you on the platform to talk about Manchester City.
Yeah, so I think it's a good friend, and that's why you are good to but he will maybe in my contact.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, I said you are in flight. I think you listen to the call. I think you can just learn, and I think you have to respond to him.
Yes. So obviously, I will have got to respond to Joel Doe, who is, like he said, a good friend of mine. He and I at the level of the United Methodist University, we are comrades. So Joel said Manchester City is the current big brother in England. I think that is despicable. I think that is untrue. Winning the Premier League 4 times in a row doesn't make you any better than Manchester United, who has done the same. It doesn't make you Arsenal, who went an entire season without being defeated in the Premier League. It doesn't make you any better than Liverpool, who has competed in Europe as well. They won the Champions League 5 times. You, Manchester City, you've only won the Champions League once, I think. So I agree with Joel. Manchester City will compete for the Premier League this season, but then Manchester City cannot win the Premier League this season. Undoubtedly, it is either Arsenal winning the Premier League or Liverpool winning the Premier League. Because I believe that Arsenal has that optimism. Arsenal has the squad there. Arsenal has that charisma to win the Premier League this time around. And Liverpool as well given their experiences with those players we have currently, and then having a new coach, and then most of the players who want to show up or their performances. I think Liverpool as well to compete for the Premier League title and be able to emerge as victors. So then Liverpool or Arsenal, but it cannot be City winning the Premier League.
Okay, so Jared, you listened to the caller, and I think you just heard Ase. He spoke specifically of Arsenal and that Liverpool and Manchester City, but it wasn't mentioned in the conversation. That you consider, are you consider agriculture?
No, people, at times people like to, they like to admit it. But when it comes to Manchester City and Man U, I mean, I hope you feel. When it seems City, no matter what, Man City is still not elite. No matter what happened to them. So that it was actually denigrating to speak to Premier League in that manner. That's why all the accolades, right? That's why your progression, your progressiveness and things, no matter what. But to talk to Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool, in that manner, that's why sometimes no matter what all Manchester City have won, but they still afraid of Lima, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United. And even Chelsea. Chelsea
I agree with you.
have more impartation in the league than Man City. That influence. The name is there. So for the caller part, I understand Chelsea when you want this.
Yeah, Michael, I think you listen to the caller. He said you guys are always there serving as God of honor. Or the Premier League trophy and they want to you're going to finish your usual position.
So it's a pity. It's a pity, all right, to listen to the caller, all right. If anybody will be telling me that it should be from Manchester United or other Liverpool or so, but I don't understand why Manchester City brother get on the radio and say things concerning us not being a gatekeeper. You see, this is football. Trust me, I tell you for free. In the last 2 seasons, Arsenal have been very, very dominant when it comes to Premier League. They have had one or two features along the line. But football has a way of turning around. When I say turning around, what was Manchester City when Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, all of them was in Arsenal? What was the Manchester City? They were nowhere. All right, we dominated that particular league, played 38 games, nobody. In fact, that particular season gave us the golden trophy that Manchester City have never won in their whole entire life. Despite winning the Premier League. Must be go and check the trophy. I'm telling you, you always see them say, but unless Arsenal in that particular season, it's a golden trophy. Let him get it today. So I want him to go and make a research. All right. Something that is just coming 4 years ago, just started doing something.
Just because of oil money.
Yes, just because of oil money. I applaud them for that. I applaud them for that. I applaud them for that, but that person gave them the right to talk to people who are bigger than them. Honestly.
But the oil money, I think, is going to sustain the team for the next 5 to 10 seasons. And that's why the guy is speaking with that company.
When you're talking about 10 to 5 seasons, Arsenal had their season. They had a shortcoming. Liverpool had a shortcoming. Let me be honest with you. Liverpool is also going through that transition, but you know the reason why I respect Jurgen Klopp. He left the team in shape before he left.
Yes.
All right. Unlike Manchester United, Sir Alex Ferguson left to fill the gap. It's not an easy thing. It happened to Arsenal when Wenger left to fill that particular void. It was not easy, and it's still going. It's just that Arteta is kind of doing what he's supposed to do. So trust me. Let Pep Guardiola just say, "I'm leaving this one today. Bring another person and see. Let's see if the what money will stay there." I'm telling you, you have a very good statistician that has to do with Pep Guardiola. He's the brain behind Manchester City. How many fans you find if not with Manchester City today? That's because of today.
They stop really hard, no thing. What's the stop really hard, no thing?
No. To be honest with you, we just try to respond to what he said. Shake it up in what way?
Yeah, all right. So we have to make progress and trying to wind down now. So in the last segment of Michael, we will like to hear from you at the end of the Premier League season. How do you see the top four finish in terms of the first, second, third, fourth place? What's your possible prediction for the top four clubs at the end of the current English Premier League season? Looking at all of the clubs currently.
So what I don't, the team I don't see at top four has Chelsea and that of Tokyo and Moscow. But I want to see Arsenal first and hopefully Manchester City. The reason I'm saying this is because they are the two top performers already from last season, and if you watch this season, they are doing so well in terms of the way they play. So I don't want to write out Liverpool. Liverpool is also going to be there. Now, one thing is, it's not because it has to do with Manchester United, but Manchester United has their whole entire focus right now. And gentlemen, this is where we are now, and this is where we need to go. So they need to put a lot in it, and trust me, they will come with a lot. But there's something they need to do. To be honest, and this is where for me, I don't like to see a coach be in a point where you feel that you have monopoly over everything. Then he needs to learn. He's a good coach, but he also needs to learn.
So you think he's sleeping?
He's slipping. He's slipping up. Let me be honest with you. The first thing about Martinez and Scott Martinez, that was an error. That was a complete error. At no point in time, I, as a coach, would want to sell Scott Martinez to a team. The ball is a box to box. It's a battler. Let me be honest to you. So I don't see no reason why Manchester United would give it up for who? For who? Casemiro has spent all the time on Real Madrid giving everything out. You saw him because you want Casemiro in the center. No, you
So
don't
that
do
was
that.
a mistake on the part
So
of
that was a
them.
mistake. So for my full prediction, I see the Gunners again. I'm predicting that again. I see the Gunners going above, up on top, Manchester City, Liverpool, and that of Manchester United.
So you know. And so Jared, yes, what's your possible prediction for the top four finish at the end of the league season?
Yeah, with that performance of Arsenal for the past 2 seasons, they have shown that they know. I see Arsenal again, but I want to do it like it though. This season, I fluctuate maybe Arsenal or Man City, but two are going to be top
At that level?
at that level. And then I see Chelsea coming in. I see Chelsea coming in. Chelsea had a very good squad, young, promising. Yeah, Chelsea. I see Chelsea to be honest. I see Chelsea to my kind. But for Liverpool and Man U, will be competing for top four. Liverpool and Manchester will be competing for top four. The reason is that Man U have uh, they have been disappointed in terms of coming through with the Premier League and not the Champions League. So they have working work to do. So I don't see them getting Premier League this season. If a top four, that should be a celebration for them. But I don't see that. But I see them going. Like I said, once they play the Champions League and go back in the Champions League, so they must squeeze their way into top.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think, yeah. How do you see
Yeah,
at the end of the season?
so I always want to be controversial. So I believe that I like to disagree with my two senior brothers in studio here. Liverpool will be on top of Arsenal. Liverpool will be on top of Manchester City. Liverpool will be on top of Manchester United. The reason is very simple. Right? If you look at Liverpool's current style of play, uh, it's not a goal factor. Most of the teams currently in the Premier League that will be able to play against Liverpool, our new style of play will not be able to withstand it at this moment because you have the legs of Sobose playing his actual number 10 role. And then you have Gravenberch, whom we signed from Bayern Munich, by is playing the current defensive midfield role. And the quality he has brought to that particular position is very instrumental, is transformative. Our previous two teams, he played. I saw him crying. He played a very instrumental role uh, in Liverpool previous two games. So it shows that Liverpool current style of play most of the teams, primarily those rivals in England, are not very open with that. And we can use that as a means through which we can triumph over those of the teams, and then we'll be able to win the EPL. I'm still very much optimistic about that. Liverpool will win the EPL 2024-2025.
Okay. This is Arsenal 1, Brighton 1. Live in the Premier League. Arsenal is down over Man City. Already been red carded, and of course they have Brighton.
And Brandon is going to win again.
Brighton will win.
Ali did that wrong. Ali did that wrong. I won't be able to read that.
So, Marcus, the remaining minute, you think Arsenal can pull back for men down?
Yeah, we can pull back. My man, Ghana is a big club, right? It's not a club that can say, "Oh, we are men down, so we'll not take the game." Trust me, you can take the game, all right. So it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay,
He
so
knows their
yes,
own setting.
true. So if you are following again, the line is open 0776 3297 0776 683297. We are gradually winding down, and I think about this time we have to go to our guests down to get the round of parting comments around the table. So
Eric,
yes,
before we get before we give our personal comments, I want to say something.
yeah,
On day before yesterday, we signed Chiesa
yes,
for Juventus, and I think that was an oversight through our conversation. I didn't mention that. But then Chiesa is a very instrumental player. If you look at Liverpool squad currently, we have six PSU attackers with the addition of Chiesa. I think that gives us, more opportunity to be able to not only compete in EPL, but to compete for, trophies around Europe in England. Yeah.
So again, yes, Michael would like to get to you. Gradually, would like to take your parting comment. Probably there were things we didn't talk about you would like to mention, and you can just close up on that.
Yeah, let me just say thank you again to my colleagues. It's always good having me here to have a better discussion. I wish that all of us can come back here to see you again another time.
The second phase here, we will.
Yes.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Jared? Yes.
Yeah, it's a good thing being here. And actually, once more, I want to say that Mayu needs to do more.
It's a
The
big moment.
team, yeah. I want to see Mayu. I've always given them latches. I want to see them win. I want to see them play serious football. They still crawling. Give the young players the opportunity to play. They want to compete. Let Amateur play every game matches and let him in that position. You don't have to be forcing through everything. Then he's Canacho is prepared. Saxi is there. Margot Rashford is slow. He got some issues. Let him relax. I mean, keep it down and let the rest of the player plays and compete. Right? So on the overall, thanks for having us here and we look forward to coming back again. It's our home. It's all love.
All right. I say.
Yes, Eric. So let me begin by saying thank you very much for always rendering us the space to be able to cross-pollinate our, ideas in the world of sport. I think it is something that is important for the young people of Liberia to be able to share their views and they set on cardinal issues in respect to, sporting in Liberia and what I think it's a very important thing. And I'd like to also thank Big Brother Andy uh, Jala. I think he has done a tremendous good work in terms of giving the young people the space as well to be able to share their perspective. Thank to you also for the invite. I think you played a major role in terms of us being able to share our views as well. So I'd like to also thank, my co-panelists. I think both of them were brilliant and they did exceptionally well throughout the entire interview. And thank you once more for the opportunity. Hope to being back here once more so that we can have, our own perspective and analysis of the second half of the season.
Sure.
Thank you, Eric.
All right. So yes, we'd like to say thank you to all of you for honoring our invitation. We'd like to say thanks to our listeners out there and our viewers for regularly following our platform, Foca FM 89.5 and Foca TV. There have been nearly an hour of exclusive sports conversation, three panel discussion. Michael Cummins represented our Arsenal, Jared of Manchester United, and of course, Francis just Liverpool. Yes, no, but I'm not people now. The minute get so we're going to switch to the Spanish La Liga. Yes, we'll have to represent yeah. So I wonder if you always always this is your home agent. Always come so we can talk about issues that are much more important when we talk about the world of sports, because sport is the passion of life, and you always find pleasure in always talking about football. So yeah, thank you all there. My name is Eric Collins.